Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Podcast, Stitcher, and
Google Play Music.
yes, Google Play Music. I am one of your hosts, Martini.
I'm Jen.
Yeah, and today's episode is episode 36. Would you date an invisible girlfriend / boyfriend?
I'm so fucking confused.
So I brought this up because Jennifer has like no idea about what is
I have
going
no
on.
idea, and I read it, and I was like, I'm not even about this life.
You're not about it?
Mm-mm.
All right, so what the premise is? All right, so let's break it down. Okay, so invisible girlfriend / boyfriend. So I looked at the FAQs, and this is pretty much what it is. Okay, so invisible girlfriend and its partner service, invisible boyfriend, lets you explore a relationship with a girlfriend or boyfriend, but without all the baggage that comes with dating. You can create your ideal girlfriend, customizing their personality and even how you met. You can then interact with them via text message. And yes, we have real humans playing your girlfriend on the other side, or boyfriend. And it says, why is invisible girlfriend a thing? And it says, we all are looking for a place where we can let our guard down and be our true selves. And many people look for that in a relationship with a significant other. However, dating comes with a lot of baggage. It's hard to find people that meet your expectations, and then it's hard to see if you're even compatible. We let you explore a relationship with a conversational companion without the trouble of dating. Many people use this service to practice dating or just gain the confidence to start dating. All right. So you're saying you are not about this life?
No, I would never, even in like the most desperate of circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Because I don't give a fuck what people think of me, or think like I have or don't have going on. Now,
when I first saw this, I saw this on BuzzFeed actually, and I was very interested. I saw both sides. I saw the invisible girlfriend video and invisible boyfriend video, and their reasonings for trying it out. Well, obviously just to see how it is, and two was that it's supposed to, I wouldn't say deter, because they use the example for, like, let's say you're at a Thanksgiving dinner, and people are like, oh my God, Jennifer, like, how come this is like the 5th row that we've had Thanksgiving dinner at your house? Where's your boyfriend? When are you getting married? Blah blah blah. And then so this,
that wouldn't happen at my house.
well, okay, fine.
I'm just saying, that's why I don't get it.
So like somebody, well, you or whoever else in this scenario, since it wouldn't happen to you, would be like, look, I do have a boyfriend. His name is Tom, and like, okay, well, prove it. And then like, boom, you show him the text and all the stuff. And they're like, okay, well, no,
if
that's not.
If anybody makes you show them like proof that you have someone in your life,
yeah,
get rid of them. You don't need that negativity in your life.
Right.
I'm just saying.
No. I'm agreeing.
I'm just. I
understand what you
don't
mean.
get it. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I looked at it like as, oh, how much do they get paid to do that? Because I'll text some people for money.
We'll get into that, but it's not a lot.
Oh, never mind. I ain't got that kind of time anyway.
It's not a lot at all. I saw the BuzzFeed people do it and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and I did.
You did what?
I signed up
To do it?
Yeah, I did it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm so confused.
I did it. I did what they did. I was like, let me get an invisible girlfriend.
Wait, you got an invisible girlfriend?
Yeah.
How much was it?
$14.99.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
What are you confused about? I did it.
Okay.
So this is what you do. All right. So you go on invisible.
You couldn't think of better things to spend $14.99 on?
No, because I had reasons for it other than the podcast.
Are somebody pressuring you at home?
No, not at all.
Do you want me to kick their ass?
No. No, okay. So my reasoning was because I think it would
Is this like in Clueless when Cher sent herself flowers?
I thought, one, it'd be very interesting to see how this went.
Uh-huh.
Two, I was doing those, the pros and cons list, from that girl last time, whatever. I was like, you know what? This is a very interesting opportunity to see, like, because I wrote it here, because there's been movies, there's been movies where it's like Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that's creepy.
With him falling in love with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's been Weird Science, the 80s movie where the guys make up their perfect girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And there's a most recent movie, I forget when it came out, I think maybe 2003, called Ruby Sparks, where a guy writes his perfect girl and she comes into existence. So like there's a thing where it's like, yo, we want to make our perfect person, and then like let's see what's up. So I was like, yo, I've been doing pros and cons with this list, with this girl and whatever, and that's like long dead. But I was like, oh, you know what? Let's see. Let's take it even further, and let's see if I can create a perfect person, quote unquote, for me. And I know it's whatever. Like, I'm not gonna like fall in love with the person, but I just want to see the result, the outcome of it, about like how not perfect this person is going to be, And so what you do, you sign up, you go to whatever gender or whatever you want to do. But me, I did invisiblegirlfriend.com, and then I took pictures and everything, so we could like put it up on the site. So yeah, you pick the gender or what you want. You choose the name, you choose the age, you choose where they're from. You write how you guys met. There's categories of and you pick what that person is going to be, like a hipster or whatever, right. Like what interests, there you go, what interests they have, you pick all those things. And then and then there's two options. There's $14.99 where you do texting, and then there's the $24.99, which is what the BuzzFeed people did, where you get texting, you get 100 texts, and then that's it. And then the $24.99 is, I think, is 100 texts too, but you get a handwritten note and a voicemail.
I'm so like.
Are you alright? Are you still tired?
I don't know if I have like a fever or like if I'm just like so confused by all of this.
Right. Well, what's so confusing? But anyway,
tell me more.
So tell me more. So yeah, you put everything. You name the person. And everything. So I was like, all right, let's see how this happens. So, yeah, I press enter, everything happens, and then literally like 15 seconds after everything was done, I got my first text message. And she was like, hey, what's going on? How are you? And I'm like, yo, that was dumb quick. I was like, whoa. So I'm just like,
is it automated or it's
no? It's real people. It's real people. But the thing is, let's say it's by shifts.
Okay.
So like somebody's doing it from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then another person does it from like 5 p.m. to like 12 midnight, and then again, whatever.
So the number you have is an actual person?
Well, yeah, the number that came up, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's an actual person. You can't call the people that you just text. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a legit number, and
is it in your area code?
No. Yeah, why are you so confused? It's it's an invisible girlfriend.
Well, one, I feel dumb because I should have thought of this myself. Me and April had this idea about rent a boyfriend. We should have just taken it to the next level.
Oh, there you go. So like,
fucked up, April.
Don't say that about April. She's our number one fan. Hey,
I know,
April.
but we could have really made something of ourselves.
Stupid. Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So I knew that I had 100 texts. So I was like, all right, I could burn through those mad quick. Like that's nothing. 100 texts is like that's like an afternoon to me. That's nothing. Well, depending on the right person. And that was another thing too, cause like I wanted to do it because I wanted to like test out my like deal breakers and stuff like that, because I hate people who lack communication. So the women that I would talk to lacked communication. I was like, oh my god, like yo, and I'm not saying that I need to be up your ass every 5 minutes. I know you have a life and stuff like that, but like when I send you a text and you hit me back like 6 hours later, just like come on, like that's not cool. So I knew at least it'd be constant. So she's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And she's like, oh, just about to go to work. I was like, cool. And I'm like, yo, this is so weird. But I started to get why people do it, because one, it's a constant friend, or people who just can't fathom doing this stuff in the real world. Absolutely, I have all. I don't have all of them just because of just the way how my phone's set up, but I have a lot. I'll show them to you. And I took a picture of all those too. Like from the beginning. But yeah, and the cool thing is, like, and the thing is, you as a person, you try to like fake the person out, or like you don't want to get into anything too deep. So like I just do vague things like, oh, where are you from? How are you? Blah blah blah. And I remember,
Like, can you ask those questions?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a real person. So I'm trying to test the person, and it's so weird because you're essentially helping this person lie to you. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Because you're devising the story, and you're feeding them lines to lie to you. So like she was like, I forgot. She was like, "Oh man, it's really hot today." I was like, "Yeah, it's super hot." I was like, and she's like, "Man, I want to go on the beach." I was like, "Who you want to go on the beach with?" And she's like, "Well, you, of course." And I was like, "All right." I was like, "Well," I was like, "Oh, if what did I say?" I was like, "If you could wear a swimsuit from like a superhero or whatever, who would you pick?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'd pick Electra." And I was like, I was dumbfounded. I didn't think that she would pick somebody like that. I thought she would pick somebody more like obvious, like Harley Quinn or something like that. I was like, oh, Electra, that's pretty cool. And she was like, well, what would you wear? I was like, probably wear some like Batman shorts because it's just black, like it's just simple. She's like, oh my god, you're so funny. I was like, why? She's like, because Batman's my favorite superhero. And she caught me. I was like, what? He is? And I was like, oh, wait. Damn it. He's like, you're not real. I was like, damn. Well, I mean, she is real, or he, I don't know. But I was just like, yo, what the hell is going on? So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then she was like, well, she's like, oh, so like the second day happened. I was like, all right, I'm gonna like go to bed or whatever. And she's like, all right, bye, babe, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then we'd be like, oh,
because you're in love with love. Keep going. I'm listening.
Oh my god.
I'm not sunning you. I'm just
no, I'm not saying that you're sunning me, but I was just like, oh, that was probably another reason why I did it too, to test that.
Okay.
But yeah, so
you failed.
I failed. Yeah, so like, we would just talk like, oh, how was work today? Oh man, I had like, what was her profession? Because I couldn't pick her profession. I just could pick like what her interests were. She was a music teacher. She was like, oh yeah, I had a whole bunch of students, and it was just crazy today. And I was like, oh, that sucks, and I'm like, oh, she's like, what are you doing later today? And I'm like, oh, nothing. I think we're just gonna like just chill out. And she and this is where it gets weird, because like, well, why don't you come over? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how the like why would you even take it that far? Because know I can't. And I was like, no, I was like, well, why don't you come over here? Like, I'm not, I live closer or whatever. Like, why don't you come over here? Like, and stuff. She's like, oh, like, all right, I will. Like no problem. And I'm like, when am I supposed to ask now? The address? Because I know she can't like give it to me. And so it just started getting really weird. And but the thing that makes you go back into reality is because they never they never initiate.
Mm-hmm.
You have to initiate. Not that it's a clause or anything like that. I guess they just don't. But the first, I'll tell you this though. The first day.
Are you done with your 100 texts?
Oh yeah, I told you I burned through those. So like, the thing though, the first day was bad because whoever was behind the keyboards was not very engaging. But like when it was like 3 p.m., whoever that person was, on point. Like we would just go back and forth, mad cool. And all that stuff. I love how you do these
little experiments and like don't even like tell me,
because I like seeing your face and I like getting the first time hearing it.
I'm still like,
you know, yeah. You're just like, what's going on? No, but like it was very cool. But like, no,
I didn't even know what today's episode was about. I just got the email and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, what? And you're like, just explain it when you get here. And I was like, all right, fine. But I never did until we got on air. But yeah, it was just very interesting. But then one night, it was crazy because I didn't text for like a long time. And then she was like, all I want to do right now is just be in your arms. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, yo, babe, that was like such a sweet thing for you to say. She's like, yeah, but that's how I'm feeling. Blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, this isn't cool.
Like, now this is pulling at my heartstrings.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't cool. But then I was like, now I see why people do it, because I guess, well, some people are good and some people suck. But like,
well, look at the movie Her.
I never saw it. I mean, I know the premise.
It's really creepy. Like, but that's what it is. It's like basically this computer says things like that to him. Like, oh, baby, how was your day? Like, oh, I really, love laying with you. I love hearing your voice. And, I don't know. How much of that do you need to hear? I have problems.
No. Get it out.
Get it out. I'm such a cold-hearted bitch. No, because even like now in my current relationship, like he's a sweetheart, but I'm just like, okay, thanks. Like I appreciate it, and it like makes me feel good, I guess. Yeah. But like, I guess like I only need so much, I guess.
Right.
And then I'm kind of just like,
you filled your quota.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel loved.
Yeah.
I'm to the top. We're good.
I'm to the top. I'm all the way up.
Yeah. So I'm just like, all right. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like somebody was like texting me like that all day. Yeah. I'd be like, is this for real?
Right.
And then like, I don't know, but I think I know that you love. And there's nothing really wrong with that.
Well, then we wasted an entire episode last week. Episode. Not good.
I mean, there's nothing like really wrong with it, but like at the same time, like you have to find someone to love. I'm not saying that you're not looking for that person.
Yeah.
But like I think when you find that person, like you have to be prepared for all the other real shit that comes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I think, like, even now, like, in my relationship, like, I don't even know if we're ready for all the real shit because everything is just, like, cupcakes and lollipops.
Well, it's still in the honeymoon phase.
Right. I don't want to get out of the honeymoon phase because that's when I start being, like, me,
So you're still showing him your representative?
No. All
right. So
he's not getting the representative.
So then...
He's getting the real deal.
So
like,
then there you go. Then
he's like, sometimes, like, you're mean. I'm like, I know.
Well... He needs to see that side, and you will see his mean side. So there you go. But very interesting stuff. Very interesting, and it was so funny too because I have this friend that I completely forgot that'd be good for this. I mean, well, until I like remembered, because I was like, because he can't deal with women and stuff. He's very shy, very fragile person, and like he just can't. And he's like, he's so angry that he can't get over that hump. So I'm just like, man, like, what can I do? Because you can't just throw him to the wolves. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but then I was like, yo, this would be perfect for him. So he can just test out, not even his game, like to just freaking talk to another person. You know what I mean? Like just talk to somebody on the other end and text back and forth just to even though
the gist of it.
Yeah,
like,
and even though it's pretend, like you can get in that world, man. Like you can get in that world.
I don't know. I mean, so how did you feel when it was all said and done?
I'm actually gonna write about it, but I don't know what I'm gonna write actually. But like I said, it was a very interesting thing because like I said, since the person doesn't really know you, you have to tell them things so they can feed you this lie, so they can feed you this story to maintain it. So that kind of is the thing that breaks the illusion, you know. And but it's very
like
it's
if
very
you don't
interesting.
answer them, they're not on some like where you at, babe.
No, I haven't gotten that. But once this episode ends, I'm gonna show you the two videos so you can see how it happened with them on the BuzzFeed thing because I have it on.
Move over, BuzzFeed. We're getting in the mix.
But so let's see. Because I'm gonna read. I'm gonna see.
What was her name?
Casey.
Casey.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun-loving girl.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can choose the picture too.
Oh, what does she look like?
Well, let me show you. Because I wanted to make it as real as possible. So like I came up with the name. Her full name is Casey Gray Smith. I was like, that's a cool name, Casey Gray Smith. And then you pick her. You pick the picture.
Casey, music teacher. You. I would like get a fake boyfriend, but
no,
my real boyfriend might get mad.
That's why I didn't. That's specifically why I didn't tell you about it, because I knew you'd be like, "Hey, we could do this together," and I would have been like, "No, no, bro, I didn't want you to do it. It's more for me anyway."
I understand.
So you'll see the picture, the age, location, their personality, and how we met. So while she's doing that,
Casey is a Asian-looking girl.
She's Asian.
She's loving and nerdy. She likes writing, music, video games, art, watching movies, television, astronomy, comics, animals, hiking, and social networking. I saw her in the comics section at Barnes & Noble's looking at an Alex Ross compilation book. I started a conversation with her, and we had a 2-hour discussion about the DCEU and MCU. Casey, K-A-C-I. That's cool. And then you can choose her interests: cooking, ping pong. Jesus Christ, Casey. This is kind of cool and weird.
Yeah, you choose the personalities. Yeah.
Choose what she looks like. Okay. At least they get like real normal looking girls. I mean, like, how old is she? 27. Goddamn, Martini.
What?
You like him young?
How's that young?
Martini, that's like 10 years older than you.
No, it's not.
Younger than you.
What are you talking about? No.
Martini.
What?
You are rocking the boat.
No, I'm not. Because. No, it's because I went down that age because that one, that's on my OkCupid profile as well.
Okay.
Because I factored in how long we would be together, not Casey, a real person. How long we'd be together before it'd be troublesome if we were going to have kids. That's why.
What?
If I pick somebody 35,
right,
and then we're together for 4 years, she's 39.
Right.
There's gonna be complications.
And.
You mean and?
Pissing off 39-year-olds everywhere right now.
No, that's no.
Anyway. So that was an interesting situation. I don't know. I don't know really what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Because it just seems like, what did you get out of it?
No, it was really interesting. Like I said, you're formulating this lie.
You need professional liar now?
No, it's not that. Like, it's because. I mean, I really wish I wrote some of this down. It's because it's because like, all right, like I remember how I was saying before, what you would give up. Well, would you be able to, or would you give up one of your deal breakers to see if a relationship would work?
Yeah.
You know, like, so let's say if you hate smoking or whatever, but this person is perfect for you, but they smoke. So you're like, damn, like, do I be like, F it, you know, like, fine, I'll take the smoke, you know, like, this person's awesome.
Ask somebody, be like, can you not smoke? Would you give up smoking?
Right.
Like today on Love at First Kiss, the girl was kind of like, oh my God, like she kissed the guy and she was like, oh, I don't know what to do. She's like, and then she's like, he's got gauges. I don't really date guys with gauges.
Right.
And then she was like, she kissed him and she was like, yo, that kiss was serious. And it was a serious kiss. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But then, like, she was, like, asking him. Like, so then she kissed him and she liked him and he liked her. And it's not her typical type. She usually dates, like, cowboy types. And then she asked him, like, I always, like, feel, like, weird about people with gauges. Like, and he's like, go ahead, you could touch him. And he's like, I kind of went down a couple sizes, you know. And she's like, can you go all the way back down to, like, normal ears? And he's like, yeah, with, like, surgery. And she's like, is that something that you're, like, willing to do? And he was like, yeah, you know, maybe. It just depends, you know. He's like, but I've seen myself without gauges, and I don't look like me, like who I feel like I represent.
Right.
So, like, then she, like, I guess thought about it, and then she went, that was the 2-minute date, and then she went on the actual date, and she was like, fuck it. She's like, I need to, like, expand my horizons, not Verizon. I'm sure she has Verizon. And
yeah, they pretty much cover all of U.S., so
yeah,
they're good.
So, and then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go get something pierced. And she went and she got her, like, cartilage pierced.
Okay.
Whatever. She didn't have any other
baby
piercing.
steps.
Yeah. So, like, she kind of got rid of one of her deal breakers for some tongue with some crazy dude.
Right.
But I mean, that's just a little example.
I think I just wanted to just see the extreme of it, you know, just to see, like, okay, I molded this person to my specifications. Like, do I feel that this person is the right one for me? Obviously, even though she's not real.
So do you feel like that you would have maintained a relationship with said person?
I don't know, because that's the thing. Because, like, all right, because I had the pros and cons list of the other person, and everything was great up until the religion thing. So I'm like, all right, so, like, this person is going to be perfect. So let's just see how compare and contrast, you know? And
do you think the other girl listens to our podcast?
No.
Absolutely not, or no?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because she doesn't, she knows that it exists, but she doesn't know the name of it.
It's really not that hard to figure out.
How would she find the name of it?
I don't know.
I mean, even if she does, it's fine. I have a policy, you know, don't
ask, don't tell.
No, don't write what you don't want read.
Oh, true.
So, you know, I don't have a problem with speaking about said topics. So,
right. Okay.
And if whoever hears it, you heard it.
Heard it here first.
You know.
I don't know. So, I mean, that's an interesting little experiment that you did, but I don't know.
I mean, I would have to go into depth with myself because I still am compiling like what I learned from it and stuff like that. So in the near future, you'll see. I'll definitely announce when. That's kind of cool.
I'm interested to read like your steps towards and before and after and all that stuff.
No, definitely I will. But to go with what you were talking about earlier, talking about how you would probably like do this, well, not for a living, but you know, make some change on the side. I found an article that said I was an invisible girlfriend for a month.
And how much did you get paid?
She got paid.
I need another job because, you know.
Where is it? She says it's hard to put a price on love, but crowdsourcing did. It's worth a whopping 5 cents.
What?
That's how much I got paid to write each of these texts. By the time I answered 100 texts, I would make $5. Meanwhile, Invisible Girlfriend was charging $15 to $25 for 100 texts. So I can see why this is a good business for them. So that's how much.
I wonder if they're hiring.
You would still do it?
I don't know.
Why? But there's three well, they said with each job, you get you see the person's first name and their last initial and their hometown and how we met. And you see your
Did you have to put your real name?
Me? No, them.
Oh.
You see their name, age, and which of the 6 personalities you are. So today you might be adventurous and fun. The next day you might be cheerful and outgoing because, like I said, it's a rotating thing.
Right.
But there's 3 major rules. 1, you're always supposed to be upbeat in your messages. 2, you're not supposed to break character. And 3, no sexting. Photos are not allowed on the site. On the service. Photos are blocked from the service. And which is funny because she would send me pictures, but the pictures were links. She was like, "Oh, I have this dog, Rusty," and then she would send me a link, and then I'd click on the link, and I'd see the dog. And I'm like, "Oh, he's so poofy." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. I need to go. He needs to get a haircut soon." So she was doing work. she was definitely doing work. Yeah. So I was just like, wow. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it was just very interesting thing to do, and it's great because this organization is not fairly new, but it kind of is, and it says the founders said they created it for people who wanted social proof that they were in a relationship, i.e., for people who wanted to pretend they were getting some when they weren't. It found takers. People created over 70,000 invisible babes.
What?
Yeah. When people started to chat with their newly acquired invisible lovers, they initially assumed it was a chatbot, but after a few messages, they realized they were talking to a human being, or rather several human beings. The service is powered by thousands of crowdsourced workers. So yeah, so you got all those people.
Would you do it again? I mean, not that you need to, but
nah, I wouldn't do it again. Cause like it was so crazy too, cause it ended on a, I guess, bittersweet note. Cause I didn't even notice that I ran out of text. Cause you get a message saying that you did an email. Cause I was like, all right, babe, I gotta go. I'll like see you tonight. Cause I mean, not I'll see you tonight. I gotta go. Cause like I'm really sleepy. Cause I was like really tired. And she never said anything. I was like, the fuck? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going to bed. But like I got an email. And it was like, oh, you ran out of text. I was like, oh, snap. I must have did it for like a week and a half. So I was just like, oh, shoot. Because, it's for a month. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess I could compile the podcast now. Like I'm done. So I just thought it was very interesting.
So why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to ask you. My head is spinning.
Your head's spinning now.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if I had no boyfriend. I understand why people would do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a statistics, like what kind of demographic does it.
Oh, that'd be very interesting. Yeah, I wish there was like that too. Damn, I wish I could get that. Maybe I'll put it in my blog.
Maybe you should.
But that's good. That'd be nice to see. It's just like, yeah, because I do feel
the real question is this.
Okay.
How long does actual communication via text actually hold you up? Yes, it shows like a purpose. Like if your mom's like, "Where's your girl at?" and you're like, "Look, we've been texting, duh." But like, even when like we used to meet people online, and we used to just text back and forth. But like, I'm not doing this with you
for all time. Yeah.
Like my boyfriend. Sorry, I don't know why I had problems with that.
Mr. Boo.
Mr. Boo. Sorry. Like he sent me the transcript of our OkCupid conversation.
Yeah.
And literally, we exchanged like a couple messages back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, can we exchange numbers? Because we talk like normal people.
Yeah.
We're having normal conversation.
Yeah.
I ask you a question, you answer it in full sentence and paragraphs. We're going back and forth. You seem like you like to have a conversation. I had mad spelling mistakes. I'm like, God damn. I was like, I'm surprised he talked to me with all my grammatical errors. Jesus Christ. But, and then I was like, can we exchange numbers? And he's like, sure, here's my number. I was like, sure, here's my number. And he was like, let's talk. And I was like, okay, fine.
And
remember Good Conversation Guy?
Yes.
Like, honestly, I don't really know what Good Conversation Guy looked like. The pictures that he had sent me, I remember, weren't that attractive. Right. But the conversation that we had over the phone was, like, very, like deep. drew me in, yeah. Yeah. But then, like, I mean, physically, I was just like,
Right.
So, I mean, I do think there's, like, a culmination of, like, everything that it has to be. But, like, how long can you last just texting?
Right. Yeah.
Like, sometimes you need to hear that person's voice.
Yeah.
Or need to see them. Gosh. Geez.
Right. No, and that goes into our second aspect. Good segue. Where it's like, do you feel like you have an invisible girlfriend / boyfriend? Are you really there with someone if you only communicate via technology, or the person really comes over and only through text, aka cyber dating?
No, that's whack.
So you think you
have a real relationship. I don't know how people do long distance relationships.
Right.
Even like with Skyping, where you can like see somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Right. I mean, we're gonna have I don't know when, but we're definitely gonna have an episode strictly dedicated to a long distance relationship, because I have a friend. I befriended this person online through Twitter, and she lives in Australia, and her man lives in Texas.
So you never met her?
No, I've never met her. No. And I'm like, when I found that out, and I was like, what?
How long have they been together?
Like a year and a half, I think. 2 years maybe.
Jeez.
And every couple months, she comes here in the U.S. I don't know. I don't think so. But the thing is, because she's trying to move here.
Okay.
With him. So when she comes here, she probably spends like a month and a half maybe here. And of course, they have an amazing time, and I see their pictures on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh man, like, they're making it work, man. They're making it work, and she understands that, like, the not rumors, but the stereotypes that like, oh, long distance relationships don't work, and she's heard them all, and she's told me about them too. So I just commend her a lot for keeping it going. And I was like, yo, I need you to be on my show and talk about this. And she was like, yeah, no problem, just tell me when. I was like, all right, cool. But it's gonna be really weird, because we're gonna have to deal with 3 time zones. We're gonna have to deal with ours, his, and hers. But we'll do it. We'll be able to do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Texas is over there.
Texas is over there.
Oof.
Yeah. So you think that it's futile? It's like, well, not long distance relationship, but like the other things, like just only through via texting and all that stuff. I just don't
know how. You have to really want to make it work.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it, just because I just need affection, man.
Right.
Like, you need that person. You will eventually need that person next to you.
Yeah, I think it only lasts for so long, and you're just like, oh my god.
It's like, come on, like, I don't understand. And also too, the third aspect is where you were going for, was like catfishing and stuff. That's where it's just a completely, you don't even know.
Look at those people. They like on Catfish. Like, they talk for so long, and they're just like,
some of them will be talking for like 7 to like 8 years. It's like, yo, and
the messages they exchange are so like personal and deep. And
I want to marry you and blah blah.
I can't wait to wake up next to you. Like, whoa,
and it's like, and I understand you get caught up, but at the same time, it's like, damn, man, like. Not to say, how did you not see? Because that's wrong. Because, again, you get caught up. But still, like, that person not wanting to see you, or not wanting to Skype or whatever. Like, yo, all phones have front-facing cameras. All phones have front-facing cameras, and there's like 6 apps that use video chat. If FaceTime belongs to Apple. So there's freaking Google Hangouts. There's Tango, old school Tango. There's freaking WhatsApp. Now even my own personal phone has its own. It updated and it literally has its own video chat service, like my phone.
Oh, do you have AT&T?
No, I have a T-Mobile.
Oh,
but like,
yeah.
it's weird. But like, yeah, because I never used it before.
Oh,
but
I meant to try to see if mine does it. Mine does that too.
But I see it on the side, and I'm just like, oh snap! Like,
yeah, it's right there.
My phone has a thing now. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. So like, how can you not?
I wonder if we can do that with iPhones.
No, because they have FaceTime.
Yeah, fuck y'all iPhone.
But it's like, yeah, how do you go on not seeing the person, let alone for like 3 or 4 months, like 3 or 4 years? Like, what is going on? Like, that is not cool whatsoever.
I don't know. That is weird stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there is there any other questions you want to ask? Or
not really. Like, I'm just kind of taking it all in, and I'm interested to read your article about like what it could possibly be about and be. I really didn't have any questions. Even when I read it, I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty much a one-sided podcast. So sorry if you feel.
No, I'm fine.
Sorry if you. No, I'm talking to the audience. Sorry,
guys.
Sorry if you guys feel cheated, that it wasn't like a too.
Generally has no input on this. I'm just really confused and stuff. So
because she's confused on why this service even exists. 2, why somebody would do it. And 3, why did I do it?
Yeah, I have like, I thought I had a lot of questions, but I just like, I don't. I get why you did it, and I hope you got something positive out of it.
Right.
But at the same time, like, know that you're bigger than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Know that I'm bigger than a service.
Right, and know that, like...
I know that I am.
If anybody is telling you need to have a significant other, just know that you don't.
Right.
You don't need is such a terrible word.
Right.
You need air and water and food.
Right. Nah, I just really thought it'd be interesting. Because, like, I couldn't do the cuddle party. It's too far. And I'm going to do...
There's one in New York now.
Exactly, it's too far. I couldn't do. Oh, I tried to freaking look up speed dating, but it's all for elite professionals. I found there's no like regular Joe Schmo speed dating, which is whack.
I think there is. You just gotta find it.
Well, I looked.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can look.
Yeah, so I couldn't find that. So I was like, yo, I wanna do something, and I was like, oh snap, let me do this. This is awesome.
Mm.
So let me do it. And I was like, yeah, I can't tell. Cause like I know you probably wouldn't have done it, but you'd be gung ho because of the idea. And that's why I was like, nah, I can't tell her. I was like, I have to be completely done with it. So, and the experiment's over, and then I'll tell her. And that's why. And it kind of worked because like your face was like, wait, what did you do? Like, wait, huh? I don't get it. Why did you? I don't understand. So, no, but it was definitely interesting. It was sad. It was weird. And I can definitely see how people can get caught up in it. But I will definitely. I mean, obviously, I have to edit some of the photos, but. I'll definitely let you see what transpired with some of the conversation that me and my
yeah, I definitely want to see like.
Oh no, yeah, I'll definitely show you, but I'm just talking about the audience. Yeah, I'll show you what was written and all that stuff, and yeah,
cool.
It was very, very interesting. You probably don't even have a meme.
No, because I didn't know what it was about.
That's fine. I wasn't expecting it. It's all good.
I'm trying to find something by... Well, I was sitting here just entertaining my brain because I was like... there was like a gap of a hole. Like, I don't even know what it's called.
Right.
Fake girlfriend meme.
Just put invisible girlfriend meme. Do that. But yeah, but I do find it very interesting that people would rather go for, I guess, like one-way love as opposed to reciprocated love. You know, because like, I mean, this is pretty tame as opposed to like, you know, people who get like freaking sex dolls and stuff like that. You know, that don't do anything bad.
There's actually a lot.
See, there you go.
Said my girlfriend, so beautiful, looking all invisible and shit.
So, yeah, and I just wanted to know. And you know what's interesting too? This is very interesting too. And maybe Jen can finally have some input on this. So, with the movie Her, the movie Weird Science, and the movie Ruby Sparks, it's always the guy trying to make a perfect girl. How come there's never been a movie or even a stereotype of a girl creating a perfect guy?
Because there's no such thing and we're not that dumb.
All right. So thank you for shitting on the entire gender.
There is no such thing as the perfect guy. There's no such thing as the perfect person.
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as perfect. It's perfect for you.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Manteo. He had an invisible girlfriend.
There you go, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. There's no such thing as...
That's it.
There's no...
Jen out.
Mic drop. I don't know. There's no such thing as perfect. Mm-hmm. So, maybe not that we're not that dumb, but we're just kind of like, you know...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's it. There's just no perfect. So, and it would just be like about penis anyway. That's the only part that like people care about.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, not particularly, but
right.
I mean, it would just be like, look at this guy and his wonderful penis. Who cares if he can pay bills?
All right.
Or it'd be a guy who puts a toilet seat down. Where's he at?
Where's he at? Where they at, though?
I don't know. I'm trying to, like, screenshot this damn thing.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. You got it.
So, yeah. Just, it was interesting.
She's still flabbergasted. She does.
I am.
She doesn't.
Like,
she's beside herself. Like, you should see her. It's hilarious. She doesn't know what to do with herself.
I just want to see if I can get paid to do it. I want to see if it's time yet.
No, it's not good money.
If I get a couple clients, like an extra $100 a month.
What do you mean extra 100?
Yeah.
It's 100 texts. $5. That's it.
Yeah, but what happened to the $25?
That's what they make. That's what they charge.
Oh, well, then maybe I should just start my own thing and just get a bunch of Google numbers. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
April, let's do it. I'm going to do.
That's funny.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, boy. All right, so anything else to add or say anything? Or are we at the end of the show?
No, we're at the end of the show. Sorry. I feel like I haven't been a good contributor.
No. It was.
But I'm quite shocked and just confused. So.
And we'll end it right there.
But thanks for rocking with us.
That's so funny. All right, so you know the social media stuff, but we're going to tell you into anyway.
www.bedlovebeyond.com.
That's the website.
At Bedlove Beyond Official. That's Instagram. At Bedlove Beyond is Twitter and Periscope.
Yep.
And www.facebook.com/BedloveBeyond.
That's Facebook. One more.
bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. And I don't know the phone number.
The phone number is 201-862-8-BED. That is 201-862-8233. So yeah, and the Gmail is, well, she already said it, but bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. Write to us. Would you have a invisible boyfriend or invisible girlfriend? Are people pressuring you to get married or have a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever? Is it rough for you around the holidays? Have you never interacted with whatever, I was gonna say the opposite sex, but the same sex or opposite sex? Have you never interacted with anybody of that nature? Like, is it hard for you? Would you do this service just to get your feet wet and try to get some game or anything like that? Like, what's going on? So that's everything. That's all the social media stuff. I am Martini.
I'm Jen. Confused.
She's Jenn confused. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.